Hello you beautiful donor. Today we're going to be reacting to Americans being confused by the UK. Every single day I see Americans on my For You page not understanding simple things that us British people take for granted. So let's take a look at some of the worst of them.
Are you supposed to put the mashed peas on top of the fish?
What?
Do you put the peas on top of the fish?
No.
Oh no, you eat it on the side.
I'm not from here.
Oh, I'm not either. That's why I wanted to know.
This is wholesome. It's kind of wholesome. It's kind of funny. I can't believe you've put it on the fish though, love. If there's one place you're going to put mushy peas, don't put it on top of your fish. You think that the fish died for you to just put mushy peas on it? Have a thought for the fish, man. Moment of silence. That cod, you know, on the morning was just swimming, right, being aerodynamic and on the evening, it's got some peas all mashed up on it, man. What a way to go. You'd be fuming, especially being eaten by someone that doesn't take your cuisine for the sheer luxury that it is. To be fair, if you are an American, like, you can have mushy peas all over if you want. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I would say, like, have it on the plate to the side, or do what she currently has it. Have it in a pot. For me, right, this is just me. With fish and chips, you need little pots. That's the best way to have fish and chips. You need your pot of mushy peas. You need your pot of curry sauce. You need your pot of gravy. You need your pot of garlic sauce. Yes, I said garlic. But that one's not like, you know, you don't need the garlic one. I just like it. It's not really part of the Holy Trinity. This is also a posh fish and chip shop where there's like a restaurant in it. This is like a higher class fish and chip shop. You've started at the top, love. Any fish and chip meal you have after that is probably going to be a downgrade.
My American wife just asked me at 2:30 in the afternoon if the sun is setting. The sun is not setting, honey. We're in England.
I took a short nap. I woke up. I'm like, wow, it's so late. It's 2:30.
Yeah.
Look. That's so sad. This city's so stunning. People should be able to enjoy the sun with it.
Why do you think everyone here is miserable? This is why. 2:30, it's grey. 11:30, it's grey. 7:30, it's grey. There's no Valencia filter over here. It's just black and white. That's all it is. And when there is sun, and there is a little bit of brightness, it's unbearable. It's literally unbearable, and you can't even sleep. So when we do have the sun, it's not even a good thing. That is so funny that she woke up and she thought it was nighttime. No, that's just like every day here. There's very little colour in the UK. Very little colour. Just greyness, love, really.
I moved to London from the United States 9 days ago, and in those 9 days, there's been a new prime minister and a new king. But other than that, I want to talk about some culture shocks and some things that surprised me since we've gotten here. First things first, the driving. You guys drive on the left side of the road. That was really weird. Also, jaywalking is not a thing. People just cross the street wherever.
Yeah, because we're just hard as fuck. Like, honestly, we just don't care. If someone hits us with their car, that's a bonus, right? Not only can I sue you, get some money, then, you know, possibly my time on this earth is shortened, which is just a plus, because it's always grey.
There is no order when people walk on the sidewalk. Sometimes they're on the left, sometimes they're on the right. You just have to figure it out.
Oh yeah, and it's really, like, over here, you get a lot of this. I don't know if you get this in America, where, like, you see someone, and then automatically when you see someone coming the other way, you've got a decision to make. It's like, well, am I going to go to the left, or am I going to go to the right? And the worst thing is, you make a decision, and they also make a decision, so you are both the decision makers, you choose the same one. And then if you can't figure it out by the time you meet, you end up doing this, and it's just so awkward. Do you not have that in America? Surely that's a universal thing.
Lack of access to ice is very difficult for someone that likes ice cold water. One thing I love is that tax is included in the price you see. I don't know why we do it the other way in the United States. If something says it's 16 pounds, it's 16 pounds.
That's one thing that I've been so confused with when we've done previous videos in this series on Americans, is that you don't actually have the tax within the, you know, the price on the shelf. That would piss me off so much.
The groceries in general are way cheaper than I was expecting them to be. I don't know if inflation is just really, really bad in the US, but I like the prices here a lot. Don't trust the weather app. You're gonna get whatever happens. Just go outside and be prepared for whatever.
Yes, this woman is confused by the UK, but I feel like she's kind of nailed it so far. Yeah, the weather app actually lies. Like, they can't even predict the next day here, never mind the entire week. So if it tells you it's going to be a certain temperature, just ignore it. It said today that it wouldn't rain, and genuinely, I don't think I've seen more rain in my entire life within one day. The weather just doesn't let you know its next move over here. It just kind of always keeps you guessing, and I kind of like it. It keeps you on your toes. You don't know whether you need to leave the house in a vest or in a full thermal hoodie.
Someone that likes rooms really cold, the lack of air conditioning has not been an issue at all. I wasn't here during the heat wave, to be fair, but that's been a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've had a little bit of trauma with recently. You know, I've always said I'm never going to buy an aircon unit because it's just too much money, and it's like the heat wave lasts like 2 weeks here. However, I've been really struggling to sleep, so I just bit the bullet. I bought an aircon unit, right? I thought, okay, here we go. Aircon unit, going to be sleeping well every single night. I plugged it in, right? Stuck the tube out the window, ice cold. I thought, oh my God. Literally 20 minutes later, my entire house's energy just shut off. Every single light went off. Every single plug went off. I had a power cut because I was using the aircon. So now I just can't use it. So now I've got this aircon unit that I've paid this money for that is just useless. I think I'm coming across like really moody or angry in this video. I'm having a great time doing it, so I hope you know that. I'm just, you know, just riding the wave.
First fish and chips in the UK and garlic cheese bread mukbang. And this fish is a big...
Jumped right in the deep end there, haven't you? Oh, I fell. I'll just have a just fish and chips and a margarita pizza, please, just for one. Bloody hell! Oh, someone's toilet's getting absolutely schmundingle. Don't even think that's a word. That literally just came off the top of my head right now. Steal that if you want for free. Schmundingle. If someone destroys something, go. You've absolutely schmundingled that. I would never have guessed you would say that. Also, why does this kind of look like a fucking ball? This doesn't look like a fish. Do you get it? Like, can you see like he has the shaft, then he has the balls. It's like a cold day, obviously. Shriveled.
Fish usually upsets my stomach, but my dad said I have to get it here, so cheers.
Fish usually upsets his stomach. Yeah, he decided to get the biggest one and also a margarita pizza.
Oh my God. Fish and chips used to be my favorite as a kid, and this is the best I've ever had.
That does
I'm
look
gonna have
nice.
a chip.
Oh, it makes me want fish and chips.
Are they supposed to be like normal fries? Because if they are, they're really bland. I'm gonna eat it like a slice of pizza. This might be a dumb question, but what makes the fish and chips so special here?
Good question. Thanks for asking that, actually. Great question. Right, thanks a little bit audience participation here. Great to see. You don't often get it on this channel. I'm always asking them the questions. They rarely ask me it. It's the sauces and the salt and vinegar. Like, fish and chips by itself arguably is quite bland. Like, it's the sauces that make it, and it's the, you know, the vinegar and the salt that makes it, really. So the fact that you're kind of eating this just bare, I'm not going to mock you for saying it's bland, because I would probably agree. I can see why you're confused to why we all love this meal.
Like, do they just catch them over there, or do they invent them, or like what? I'm gonna try the cheesy garlic bread. I'm not the biggest fan of cheese, but I just want pizza, and this looks like pizza.
That's lush.
It like tastes like my childhood, but like only the bad parts of it.
It tastes like the bad part of my childhood. A little bit of trauma dump there. That's what garlic bread will do to you. It'll reveal your darkest secrets that you've kept in. If you want someone to tell the truth, guys, just make sure you get them just some garlic bread from like a pizza shop. Oh, it's like, is it Polyjuice potion? Is that what they call it in Harry Potter, where they give Professor Moody and he just exposes all these lies? That's what it's like. Right, get someone some cheesy garlic bread.
A very interesting place yesterday called Birmingham. Not Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham in the United Kingdom. And it was incredible. It was a wonderful place. The people were so kind, and generous hearted, I guess. But their accents were incredible. So they would sound like, "Oh, you're right, Bab. How you doing? Yeah. No, I'm fine, actually. No, that's lovely. Oh, do you want a table here, Bab? Yeah, lovely." I just thought it's an incredible cadence.
Why was that like so on point? That was like too good. Like, I don't know if he's faking the American accent now or the Brummy accent. To be fair, I don't want to take the piss out of, but I take the piss out of Birmingham too much. I feel like I just had a bad experience there when I used to play academy football, and I played against Birmingham. And I just had a bad experience in the city the morning of and the night before. Just not a fan. But if I go back, I probably would like it. It was just that one night. St Andrew's Stadium, it just traumatized us. One thing I will say though, right? I feel, right, I'm probably hot take, I feel like the Brummy accent is always, like, whenever I like watch the worst accent in the UK, it's always Birmingham is always named, okay? I don't feel like it's that bad. I actually kind of like it in a weird way, because it's different. I think I might be the only person outside of Birmingham that likes the Birmingham accent. I actually think it's kind of, it just gives you a little bit of, you know, it's a little bit of variety.
So British.
So British. Oh my god, it's so British.
So British.
So British.
It's a cool building. It's very
British.
So British.
this how Americans walk around London? Also, this person is very confident walking around London as an American wearing a Prada bag. That won't be your bag in about an hour's time. Oh my god, what? The palace? They're so fucking British, man. They're so British. American accents are so cool.
What I love about the UK is that you guys will throw a festival or a show for anything. I just got introduced to the British Flower Show here at Blenheim Palace. I've never been to a flower show before, but I gotta show some respect for it. The effort that goes into some of these things that you guys do here, it's just amazing. The floral design, we're in a big canopy. Flowers everywhere.
Why is this so true? You just take that as normal. Like, when I was growing up, there was always the Chelsea Flower Show. It was on ITV, and every time it was on, I'd be like, oh, why is this on? Like, who wants to look at flowers? Whereas now that I'm older, if I was passing a flower show, I'd be like, do you want to just go and look at the flowers? Like, I see the vision now. I see why people like it. But why do we throw festivals for it? It's so strange. I remember when I was younger, in my hometown, there was a CD festival, DVD festival, where basically everyone, like, brought their DVDs and you just looked at them. Not to buy. Like, they weren't selling them. They just had them all laid out. And, like, you would just walk and you'd go, oh, yeah. Yeah, The Little Mermaid, that's a good one. Literally, that's all it was. I swear. Like, I'm pretty sure, I was young at the time, but I'm pretty sure they weren't selling them. They were just showing them off as if they were the ones that made the movies. I'm just thinking about this on the top of my head. That was so strange. People just laid them out on the grass. Why did people do that? I need to ask me mum. What the hell?
Pro tip to any Americans visiting London. You ever hear someone say, you're right, you're right. Don't say, yeah, I'm good, I'm all right. Just say, you're right, you're right. Keep it moving.
Yeah, this is a great point for any Americans that are confused by this. In the UK, if, you know, someone says to you, oh, you're right, don't say yes, because that throws us off our rhythm. Like, I've had that where the other day when I was getting a delivery to my house, delivery person comes, I'm like, oh, you're right, and they went, yes, and I went, it was almost just like they'd ripped my tongue out of my mouth and I just couldn't respond. I didn't know how to respond. Like, we're not actually asking. Like, I am actually interested if you are okay, but I'm going to get onto that. Like, I'm going to go, you're right, and then you're going to go, you're right, and I'm going to go, how are you? And then we've opened up a dialogue. But don't, like, open up the dialogue straight away. Like, whoa, I don't know you like that. At least let us ask you how you're doing first. Christ. Honestly, so forward, you Americans.
As much as the English do deserve to be bullied for their food choices, sometimes you can't really say anything until you try it. So let's get into this English breakfast. Starting with black pudding, I was so hesitant because apparently this is made out of blood and some other stuff. I immediately felt like I needed to repent because of how sinful this was. Genuinely, the devil's work right here. Like, y'all need to stop doing that, please.
No, I'm with her. I'm with her. Like, I don't like black pudding, right? It's the blood. It's the blood. It's just made of blood, isn't it? I know, like, bacon, sausages is the meat of a pig, but I can't get my head around black pudding. I just can't do it. And also, that's not like a normal thing, really. On full Englishes, like, everywhere. Like, they do have it on some of them, but I don't feel like it's a staple piece of the full English, in my opinion. I'm surprised that was the first thing she went in for. She really started at the deep end with no armbands there, love.
That hurt my feelings. Tried to wash that down with a milkshake that was strict.
A milkshake? With a full English? Yeah, taking that love in the morning.
Getting into the beans on toast. From across the pond, we see this as manic behavior because what? But I was like, you know what? I'm English for the week, so we're going to try it. I genuinely need to know who came up with this because what was going on in your head when you decided to put beans on toast? My taste buds were genuinely very confused because, like, what kind of combination is this? But I'm not going to lie to you. I did not hate it. Like,
we will take it. We will take the W on that one.
Then I tried what looked like the sauteed mushrooms. I'm someone who doesn't even like mushrooms because of the texture. The flavor was good, though, so I wasn't mad at it. Now, these sausages, I've had a million of them, of course. 8 down. That I can get behind forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. That sausage in particular was probably the best one I've tasted since I've been in London. As someone who loves tomatoes, I don't think I could get behind this one. It was literally just a tomato cut in half, roasted a little bit. Like,
right. Love, I'm going to stop you right here just before you embarrass yourself. Okay, I'm doing you a favour here. Unpopular opinion. Hot take, if you will. Right, if we're going there. Tomatoes, the tomato is the best part of a full English. I know that now I'm saying that, and that makes it seem like I'm some sort of, like, progressive woke person. I'm just speaking straight facts right now. The tomato is the staple piece. It holds everything together. Yes, sausages. Yes, bacon, right? You can't really go wrong with it, and if you do, then you shouldn't be in charge of making a full English anyway. The tomato make or breaks the meal. If the tomato is not cooked right, then it ruins everything, in my opinion. It's the glue that keeps everything together. Everything! For you to slate it in my house! I mean, you're not in my house, but you catch me drift. Sorry, love, I'm being aggressive now. I don't mean to be.
And lastly, the bacon. I can't even say nothing about this because I don't even like bacon in the US. I'm not a bacon girl, so I'm gonna leave the rating out of this one because I knew I didn't like bacon when I stepped into this. All in all, I give it a 7.5.
You give it a 7.5, but she basically hated everything on it apart from, well, she said she didn't hate the beans. So, I mean, we'll take a 7.5. I just don't really feel like a full English breakfast is to her taste buds. She didn't really like any of it. She was just confused the entire time, I think.
I don't think that European people are more healthy because they eat better and the food is better. It is that, but they also have junk food. They also have sugar. They also have all these things.
Smoking
Smoking
cigarettes and drinking wine.
Exactly. I think it's because they walk.
Yeah, they walk everywhere and
Like,
they're less stressed, straight up.
Yes, like I think it genuinely is the walking, the stress, and the community.
Do you know, like, when you watch a podcast with, like, lads on it and you're like, they have no clue what they're talking about? Like, you know, that them young lads on the podcast talking about doing Marbella, right? When they're, like, 16 and obviously have just never been. This is, like, the lasses equivalent of it. You're just talking on something you have no idea about. People in Europe aren't less stressed than people in America. Maybe, you know what, I'll give you it. Some countries in Europe, maybe, but not the UK. I feel like people in the UK are as equally as stressed as Americans, if not more stressed, arguably, because we're just more condensed here. Like, there's a lot of people in such a much smaller, you know, surface area, as well as everything else going on at the moment.
I moved to England from California to be with my boyfriend about a month and a half ago, and here are the things that I've noticed so far. I'm in northern England outside of Manchester, and it's funny, I feel like nobody hates England more than the English. Every time that I meet someone and they find out that I'm from California, their first response is, "Why are you here?"
This must be confusing as an American, because I feel like Americans, or at least like a lot, no, I'm generalizing here, but you know, from what we see from an outside perspective, it seems like a lot of Americans are proud of being American. You know, it's almost like you're very proud of your country, and the UK used to have that. I still believe a lot of people are proud to be British, but you know, I feel like the numbers of people that aren't proud to be British is definitely growing, or people that just aren't really patriotic in general. I think a classic example, especially in sporting terms, is like there was a boxer called Usyk who has won the undisputed heavyweight championship, and he's beat every single English boxer, and people still are on his side. Like, people just aren't patriotic to like British athletes or just Britain in general, really. Also, like, from the outside perspective, like, we look at California and we're like, oh, that seems really exotic and like posh, even though obviously, you know, it's got like a record number of homeless people and stuff. It's you know, it's very glamorized. But yeah, I think I would ask you the same. I'd be like, why the f have you moved north of Manchester?
Probably the biggest culture shock for me has been grocery shopping. There are like some similar brands, but they have different flavors for things. My boyfriend and I were trying to buy like some ice cream bars the other day, and they only come in packs of like 3 or 4, which like I'm used to packs of like 12 or something, you know, like 3 or 4, like what is that supposed to do for me? Are you kidding me? That's gonna last me a day and a half.
Well, I think this answers the previous podcast's question of who's healthier. Like, what? Like, that would last you a day and a half? See, like, for me, like, I buy a pack of 4 ice lollies. You know, I'll probably have, like, 2 of them. Maybe 3 at a push if it's a hot day. And then there will always be one left that just rots in the bottom of the freezer for just so much time until it just completely frosts over and I just throw it out. That's just the way I play the game, donuts. I don't like to be like everyone else. This is my quirkiness. Okay, little bit of main character syndrome, not like all the other girls. I'm an American living in the UK, and your supermarkets confuse me. I'd never heard of a meal deal before. This is one thing that always gets me, that Americans don't have meal deals. Like, what? This is such a staple piece of British culture. I didn't realise it was just attributed to the UK. I thought this was everywhere. As an American, if you've, like, you know, got a meal deal for the first time, like, was it kind of like unreal? Were you like, what? Like, I gotta get a sandwich and then a packet of any crisps and then any drink, and it all adds up to like a certain amount of what? I imagine it would be pretty cool, especially if you go to like one where it just like really nicely set out on the counters and like a posh one. It must be kind of wild, whereas we just kind of take it for granted. Also, by the way, if you're new to this channel, I do have an entire series of rating meal deal options if you do want to kind of go and watch that after this video, just letting you know. Before, don't go down. Okay, there's still some time left with this one, but afterwards.
Phrase that has really different meaning between the US and the UK is off. Like, in the UK, if a friend told me a crazy story like, oh my god, did you hear this guy got back for this ex? I'd be like, oh, off, that's crazy. If I said off to you in the US, it would mean like, f off, leave me alone, get out of here. I know that version exists in the UK as well. It could mean both things, just use your context clues to find out what they mean. But I don't think the US has the, oh my God, that's crazy. It only has the, oh my God, get out of here. And I really only just realized this because I got a text from my best friend from home and I messaged her like, f off. But I meant it in like the, oh my God, f off, that's nuts. But that just like feels so aggressive.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Can you imagine being this American at home? Like, oh my God, like, Jeff's changed a lot. Jeff's actually a bit of a prick now. I don't know why we do that. Like, I wonder where that stemmed from. Like, you do that if someone tells you something quite surprising, you're like, fuck off. What? But it's like the way you say it. Like, if there's someone just being really volatile towards you, you would be like, oh mate, will you just off. That's totally different. Whereas if someone tells you some new information that you didn't know prior, it's just like lightly spoken, isn't it? It's just like, no. So it's just, oh God, you know, whenever we do these videos, sometimes I'm like, oh, being American would be fun so you could discover British things for the first time. But strangely, this does make us patriotic doing this series. Okay, so we've got a Reddit thread here. This isn't a video. Someone said, are there any major culture shocks for Americans in the UK? And we've just got a few replies. I feel like we should go through them. Don't be alarmed if you see police officers chasing swans. They're not crazy. I assure you. I remember this happened a couple of years ago in the lake that is near where Chloe lives. There was a police officer chasing a swan back into the lake. You know, he just kind of stepped over his boundaries. He was trying to like invade the land and we weren't having it. We pushed him back. We told that we said f off. And not in a whispery way. Okay, still hasn't been out the water since. If you go out for a drink, you will not be going out for a drink. Wait, in America, if you go out, you want to go out for a drink. Do you mean like what? In the UK, if someone asks you, do you want to go out for a drink, you're not returning until 3 a.m. That's the crack over here. That's the thing with the UK. We do have a little bit, I don't know if it's a problem, maybe it is. It's a problem for me. Where you can't just have one drink. You just can't do it. Like, sorry, I shouldn't say that. You can't do it. I just struggle with that. Once I have one, I'm just gone. I'm absolutely gone. And there's no putting the lid on after that until I crash. Anyway. Bit of trauma. I feel like that'll probably be the biggest cultural difference for people from America is how much drink people from Britain can put away. Like, you know, we start young here, young as 12, a lot of us. A lot of people are retiring at the drinking age that is acceptable in America.
Alright guys, so I'm excited for this one. This is a video you guys have been waiting for because I'm trying the Greg's sausage roll. So
my guy! I
don't think it's that fresh. I don't know. It wasn't hot when it came out, but
whoever served this man his sausage roll, you didn't get a new one out the oven. See, this is where you've got to time it right, fella. Right, if you see some sausage rolls on the counter, and you know, let's say there's 4 left, just wait a bit. Just have a little stroll around the block, okay, if you've got time. Just wait. And if you catch it right, you'll get that fresh batch, and then, oh my God, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You're in for a right pleasurable time.
It's very flaky. Alright, it looks great though. Let's get into it, shall we?
This is so cute. Really? I know. Honestly, I remember my first, that first bite into your first Greg's sup. It's when a boy becomes a man, a girl becomes a woman, and, you know, the rest is history. It's written in the stars after that point. That's where you really decide where you want to go in life after you take your first bite into a Greg's sausage roll. It's like a whole new perspective opens up. To Americans, that's what's like going to ayahuasca, or whatever that place is called, you know, where you have like your awakening. This is our awakening in the UK. When you bite into that sausage roll, that's where you're like, hell, I just want to be a firefighter now. It all makes so much sense now. This is my calling in life. It was all in the sausage roll.
Oh my God. That's 9.8.
David Turek 23, you've done this country proud today, David. You've given us a little bit of positivity that we've needed. We appreciate your service to this country, David. You didn't need to do it. You're not even from here. The fact that you've decided to set your camera up, try our cuisine, and give it a 9.8 out of 10, David, we can't thank you enough for this right now. In a time of need, you have delivered, David. And honestly, David, I feel like you should just have the keys to the city at this point, David. We really love you, David.
Today we're taking Devin to Tesco for the first time in his life. We're gonna let him get a meal deal, see if he notices anything else different about a UK store. but everyone else is passed out at the Airbnb, so let's go inside.
This is a coming of age moment. His first meal deal for the little fella.
You gotta go pick out your meal deal. So you get a main, a snack, and a drink. Cheese.
Do you right,
triples,
fella?
Just cheese.
Too much. What is coronation chicken?
Bold pick as your first one. Coronation chicken. Gonna be stinking the gaff out.
You gonna try that? Yeah.
Okay.
You're a braver man than me, son. Braver man than me.
You've got a few drink options here. You've had Lucozade already, but you could get a Tango.
Which way?
You can get both at some point. Maybe start with the orange.
Okay, so with this makeup break already, coronation chicken and then Tango orange. Tango orange, fair choice. Okay, solid choice. Coronation chicken, not my personal favourite, but it does rest on the crisp option here.
The crisp. Well, crisps.
This guy loves it.
He
loves a meal deal.
The right combo for you.
What's feeling right?
They have Monster Munch.
It's very nonchalant, this bloke, isn't he? No emotion. Just like, yeah, I'm just gonna... Not really getting overexcited here. You know, his first ever meal deal. Kind of playing it off as if it's just another day at the office.
Down there. We've also got salt and vinegar disco.
Roast.
He's a stinky bastard, this bloke, and he proper stinky. Roast beef monster munch and coronation chicken. Oh, God, you're gonna smell him for the next week.
You like that
you want?
flavor? Yeah, that's what I Everything's yellow.
Okay, they have tomato ketchup.
It is yellow. Must be a fan of Coldplay, this bloke. Okay, I'm gonna rate your meal deal choices, fella. What am I gonna rate it? So you've got the Monster Munch roast beef. I actually really like that. Just that's great. Tango, great. Coronation chicken, I'm gonna give you a 7 out of 10. Could have been a 10 out of 10 if your sandwich was a bit better. But 7 out of 10. Great start for your first ever meal deal. Something to work towards getting better with, right? Laying the foundations. I love it. Anyway, donuts, I hope you enjoyed this video. We have like got a full-fledged series of Americans being confused by the UK now. I think there's 3 previous episodes if you want to go and watch them. Go and do it, or watch the meal deal video here if you just, you know, you fancy that, right? You've got options, donuts. Don't say it that I don't ever give you options. Bye-bye.
Kirkham, baby.